What's going on, guys? So, want to test out my new equipment. It's my second try today doing this, or in a few minutes. So, yeah, I got my iPhone recording. I got MacBook that I'm working off of. I really like it. I kind of don't like that I have to look so far down, but it is what it is. It's cool. All right. So, in the back, it's the tank you guys all know and love. It's my planted tank. Dude, my last video really popped off. I had 4,000 views talking about the problems that this tank has. It has an issue with its pH. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. I didn't put any sand in the tank. You can see right here, it's just a dirt tank, that aqua soil. So that didn't really benefit me when I did some maintenance, and I think it might have messed with the pH. I've noticed lately that the pH isn't stable in this tank. We can actually do a little live pH test right now while I'm on stream. We're going to take one of these little strips and go ahead and test this pH. What's going on, Jeff? Just wanted to do a little video, test out this new equipment that I got. I've had it for a little bit, but I just don't do a lot of live streaming. I'm not like a big time fan of live streaming, but yeah, man. So we're gonna do the little pH test. I guess that's how you would hold it up. I gotta remember which camera I'm on, but yeah, it says to wait a little bit on it. Let's see. It says wait 30 seconds and read the pH. But yeah, so this tank, it's doing a lot better. I ended up putting some angelfish in there. I know I said I was gonna wait and not do that, but I'm not patient, man. I'm like the least patient person ever. Love is my preferred method. I like that. Let's see. All right, so I think it's been 30 seconds. This says for pH, I don't know. I'm colorblind, so this isn't the best test ever. Allie, come help me out. I gotta have my daughter help me. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's 7.0, huh?
Yeah, it kind of looks like 7.0.
It's between 7.0 and 7.5.
Over here, it looks like a 0.
0 on the KH.
We got a
very hard water, 180.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's a 180.
Yeah.
Wait, and for the top one.
Which other one?
They kind of look the same.
Okay.
Okay, up to here.
Definitely for nitrite, I'm at 0. Definitely. Nitrate. Looks like I'm at oh, it's not love? Love's not your preferred method, Jeff? I was almost sure that's what you were trying to say. But but yeah, no, I'm pretty low on nitrates too. I just changed my water. I'm kind of tripping out because like I got my camera high because I kind of wanted to get the whole tank in show, but to look at my screen I gotta look down, so it's tripping me out. But either way, but yeah, so just show what I've been doing. I wasn't gonna add new fish to this, but I had these angels. They were kind of beat up, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let me give them a shot. So I threw them in here. And then once I threw those in there, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to add angels to this tank. I went and got angels. And, of course, like I'm the worst with quarantining. So since I figured I don't really love these two fish anyways, I was like, I'm going to risk it. I put 4 new angels in there. They're all doing really good, though. Nobody got sick. I survived another day. Love is the best in some situations. I agree. That sometimes it's got to be love, sometimes it's got to be live. I understand. So yeah, so now we got the angels in there. The plants are looking a lot healthier. They grew really good. I have had pH swings. It's kind of been a bummer because I lost almost all my tetras, but the ones that are left have now been alive for, I want to say like 2 weeks since the last one died. So that's kind of a positive. Once I started doing water changes, the pH swings kind of stopped. So yeah, for a long time I didn't do water changes. But dude, it's a trip out because I made like a video, and really all I did was put father fish in the video as kind of like clickbait, and it worked. I had a 4,000 view video, and it was so many people coming to his defense, to father fish's defense, and they're like, "Oh, that's not a father fish tank. How can you say father fish was wrong?" And it's like, guys, relax. I was just putting it in the video on the title. There's a popular video that he has. Let's see. Can you move the camera and look a little closer? Yeah, let's do it. That's a great idea. Look at that. There's a good view of it right there. There's a better view. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Fadens? Fernandez, I want to take a closer look. From Malaysia. That's pretty cool, man. I hope you're subscribed. But yeah, that's cool that you're from Malaysia. What kind of fish do you got? Is fish keeping kind of popular in Malaysia? I know you guys are more of a tropical climate, aren't you? So I figure you have a lot more fish native to your area. I'm in Southern California. I'm in Los Angeles. But yeah, so anyway, so back to what I was saying. This tank, it was having really bad pH swings, but now it's kind of leveled off. And I feel like it's getting a lot healthier. I had some really weird critiques in my awesome mollies and guppies. That's cool. I had some really weird critiques. People were telling me like, hey, because I used to have betas in here. They go, oh, it's your beta killing off all your fish. No matter how many times I told people that it wasn't my beta, that my betas were chilling, they just got sick from the pH swings. They can be sensitive fish sometimes. But yeah, people swore that it was my betas that were killing off my fish. I knew it wasn't because the betas were the first to die. But now we're stuck with, let's see, we got 5 rummy nose, maybe like 5 diamond head tetras, and I have 6 angelfish in there. And we'll see how long this lasts. I really like it. It looks really good on camera. I'm kind of happy with how everything's going. How many fish are in the tank? So I got, like I said, I had about 5 rummy nose, 5 diamond head tetras, so that's 10, and then 6 angels. We'll see how that goes. If they start getting big and overcrowding, I'll just rehome. There's no problem. I wasn't happy with the angels that I've had for a while. They have some fin damage. I don't know if you could tell, the bigger angels. I've had them since I first started fish keeping last year, but we have had some terrible tank mates with them. We put them in the tanks with some silver dollars that beat them up. We put some rainbow fish. Those really beat them up. So I've learned a lot about like what not to put inside my tanks. Thank you. I appreciate the nice setup. I appreciate that. I'm really happy with this tank. This tank and my African cichlids, that's kind of my 2 main tanks. Let's see, get inside the video. All right. But yeah, man, I'm really happy with how this tank's coming out. It was weird. Like I was saying, like all these weird critiques that I was getting, it was people that were like kind of defending father fish. But one thing I did learn that I'm gonna listen to is if you have a dirted tank, if you have dirt, and even if it's aqua soil, you got to put a sand cap. That's what I've been told. And I never had a sand cap, but that's the next step. I'm gonna take all the plants out. I'm gonna put sand, and then put all the plants back. It'll be kind of fun. A nice little aquascaping day. I kind of like doing that. It's a chill, what would you say? Like a chill, easygoing, something fun to do day. That's going to be the plan. Probably in a couple weeks. I'm not ready to do that. I want to buy the right kind of sand that I like. I like that black diamond blasting sand. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. I have it in my African cichlid tank. And since I have really good dirt here, it's like really good, nutritious aqua soil. I think it doesn't matter that the sand's going to be so inert, such an inert process. Everything should be cool. Angels are a trip, man. Angels, when you get angels, they seem like they're going to be boring. I know, huh? People say a lot of things. That's what we were talking about earlier. We were in Aquafunk's members only chat, and we were talking about how like people like to be negative Like they really like, I don't know, some people, I think they like to like think that they know everything and there's only one way to do everything. And then other people, I think they just really like being negative. I used to be big into MMA, and I was part of a couple of different MMA channels. I had my own MMA channel. Uh, Man, you want to talk about negativity? Just everybody comes on and they talk smack, and it's not like, oh, this fighter's no good. This fight, no, it's like you don't know nothing. You're an idiot. This and that, and it's just hard to deal with. I was happy to leave that community. It's not something I wanted to be a part of. Here in the fish community, in the fish keeping community, I just wanted to be part of something that, I have a fun hobby. I enjoy. I want to talk about. I don't have any friends that have fish tanks, so I just wanted to, talk about it with other people. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Negative, contradicting, right? All right at all costs. You're right. That's how people are, and it happens. I mean, it is what it is. I learned. Some places are more toxic than others, though. Like I know if you go on, like I remember on Facebook, I was in a fish community not too long ago, maybe about 6 months ago, and I had a beta, and I had him in a 2.5 gallon tank, and the dude was happy, man. He was blind. You could see his eyes were cloudy when I got him, and in that tank, he always found all his food. He was always chilling. He'd come to the glass whenever I came up to the tank. He just seemed happy. But man, when I posted a picture, I was really happy with the aquascape in that tank. Oh my goodness, the hate that I got. And it's like, I told people, I go, hey, this is just temporary. I'm going to get a better tank. I'm going to put them in a 10 gallon. I'm going to aquascape that, but this is temporary. They just tear into you like you're the devil. And it's like, bro, like it doesn't have to be that serious. It was weird. I wasn't a fan of that kind of behavior. And so like when something happens like that, I just log off. I don't go on those kind of things. I don't go on Facebook groups. I know Mexicali has his Facebook group. I'm always worried about going on a new one. It's just like people always got to talk smack. And Facebook seems to be like the most treacherous one. I guess if you're a bigger YouTube channel, you probably get a lot of people talking smack. I'm a big fan of Caveman Aquatics, and I know a lot of people like to criticize him and his methods. But I mean, at the same time, he probably like he antagonizes people by saying in his videos that he knows his way is better than their way. So maybe people get upset about that. But it's really more of there's more than one way to skin a cat. He's like, there's more than one way to do things, and people get upset. Yeah, dude, Facebook is, I think that's, to tell you the truth, man, I got to be honest, dude. Facebook is the most toxic place I've ever, of all the areas. And I think it's just because what it is. It's like, it's more of to me, like it started out as more of a place to communicate, where like Instagram was more of a place to like post pictures. And I know they started doing reels, but Facebook's always been more of a place where people want to communicate. And man, I feel that's where people get out of control. Hey, how's it going, Henry Fanatic? RC Fanatic. Yeah, man. We were just talking about how certain communities are toxic, certain places, because they were criticizing my tank. But it wasn't that bad. I didn't get it that bad. And I kind of invited it in a way too. I had on my headline on one of my videos, I said Father Fish was wrong. But I don't feel like I'm 100% wrong, because a lot of people wanted to point out how Father Fish, his is a specific method with a specific number of inches of dirt to sand ratio. And that's all good and dandy. But one of his most popular video is just a picture, and it says stop doing water changes. And then people want to say, well, that's not really what he's saying. And it's like, well, hey, if you don't sit through the whole video, that's all you're going to take away is it says stop doing water changes. So you would think, and the guy has planted tank, so you would think, oh, I don't got to do water changes on a planted tank. Like, I get it. You watch his whole video. He's a cool guy. He knows a lot. it was just clickbait on my part. And then everybody wanted to come in, but it was cool. All the engagement helped the channel, helped the video take off. My most viewed video so far. Let's see. It's his job. He knows how to get views, and it works for him and personality. More power to him. I'm not a fan of his style, and that goes for a large number of fish tubers. I'm going to be honest. All right. I don't like Father Fish's style. I don't like his tanks, and it's nothing bad on him. I think he's more of like an ecosystem kind of guy, and I think he'll tell you that. Like, you know, his tanks are more hands off. He wants to see like the nature part of it, and I'm no knock on that. I don't think it's attractive. I wouldn't want that in my living room to show off. I don't even like the dirt. Like when you see how his soil and his sand are so thick, I don't think that's attractive at all. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that guy's probably coughs more knowledge away than I'll ever know, you know, as far as like he's probably been doing this way longer, knows so much more. You know, I would never try to pretend like I know anything more than him. It's just a matter of, I think there's more than, you know, I come from being a butcher, and a ribeye steak in Chicago is called a club steak, you know, or something like that. It's like there's different names for different steaks in different areas. There's a New York strip, and then there's I forget the name of the other. They call it a different kind of strip steak, and it's like there's different names and different ways of cutting all the meat. And that's how I feel like when it comes to fish. There's tons of different ways to raise them, you know. As for like other fish tubers, for the most part, I feel like everybody's kind of chill. But you know, I don't really get along. I don't go around a whole bunch of different random fish tubers. You know, I'm in the community that we're kind of a part of. I'm barely learning, and you get to meet really cool people, and so I like to go to their channels. But I mean, like, I don't go to any channel that I don't want to, you know, and that's the thing too. If I go to somewhere and it's not something I agree with or something that I'm into, like Father Fish, I just don't go to his channel anymore. But yeah, it was interesting to see all the people. I mean, like some people were cool. They had some light criticisms. They'd come on and I mean, it was all, you know, like, hey, you should put sand. That was like the main thing. They were like, you don't have sand. But like some people would just be like, you don't know what you're doing, you know, and they'd go off, and it was just like, hey, thanks for the input. You know, your comment helped the engagement, helped push the video. It's all good, man. Caveman, Father Fish, KG, DIY, all of them are the same to me, just a different flavor. Yeah, you know, I agree with you. I think everybody's going to be into something different. I like Caveman Aquatics video making style. In a way, I think it's like I got like a short attention span, and a lot of his videos are meant to like he'll say stuff not fast, but it's kind of like the way he switches angles. It's never on the same thing too much. That's kind of like how my brain works, so I draw into that. KG Tropicals, I like. The guy seems really knowledgeable. I watch their videos. It's not really my cup of tea, but I don't think it's a bad channel in any way. And then I've never watched DIY, the King of DIY. I think I watched one video because he talked about a fish store near me. It's just life, man. You only got so much time for so many different channels. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is just one of my tanks. I have a African cichlid tank too, and then I have a couple of random tanks. I want to get I got a green spotted puffer, and I want to make his tank better. He's in like a 20-gallon tank in my bedroom, and it's really boring. And like we were talking about, me and my wife, we want to make different kind of setups for him. But he's a brackish water fish, and you can't really grow plants. You can grow them, but they look kind of funky. They look kind of like they're dying. And so, like, I don't think because of that, you know, you can't really have too much decorations. They got to be fake decorations. So I want to make a tank and kind of like change his setup, but I don't want to do it in a 20-gallon. I want to get like a 40-gallon and have different aquascapes for him. I think that would be kind of cool for the channel to kind of shoot and every once in a while have a different background. But yeah, I like this tank a lot. I like the way it looks on camera. I like my African cichlid a lot too. Those two tanks, they're my favorite. How about you, Abraham? What kind of fish do you got? I always like hearing about everybody's setup. Everyone's got a different setup. I know personally, if I could have another fish tank that was big, I don't know if I'd get an Oscar. I already have an Oscar, but I mean, I don't know if I'd have like an Oscar tank, just a big one with an Oscar in it. I really want discus, but then kind of like with these angels, they're kind of boring. They just sit there, and I know discus are kind of similar. Like they're way pretty, but I don't know. That's why I like my African cichlids, man. You can wake up one day and someone could be offed. I just feel like they got a lot of character. They got a lot of story. And I don't know if a discus tank would really make me happy. I think I'd get bored with it. The big thing for me, like with discus, man, is every fish you get, you're going to be paying like $90 minimum. You know, you can buy them a little smaller, but once you got bigger discus, supposedly there's a hormone that keeps them from growing. What's up, Gabriel? Yeah, man, after talking with Funk, I was like, oh, I'm going to get on. I just want to test out some equipment. I want to test out all this this new gizmos that I got. I've had it for a little bit, but I never try to play with it too much. So I got my iPhone filming. I'm using my mic to use as a speaker. And then I got my computer as a monitor. I'm fucking moving on up here. It's good times. But yeah, dude, I was talking to everybody. I was telling them about how my tanks, how it's gotten better. In case you didn't know, Gabriel, all the trouble I was having, it looks to be, I don't want to say past, but I definitely gotten over the huge pH swings. And the plan is to add sand, rescape everything, not like just pull everything out, add sand, and put everything back. It'll be a fun little project to do. And that's going to be the next one that we're going to do probably in like 2 weeks. It's just a matter of, I got to go to a Tractor Supply Co. And there's not a lot of that here in the LA area. You got to go outside LA area. Do they have that in Bakersfield, Gabriel? Do they have a Tractor Supply Co. over there? Like a farming place to go buy stuff. It's a weird store for me. Being a city boy, it's not somewhere I'm used to going. But yeah, so you can get the sand really cheap there. It's like $13 for a 50-pound bag. So it's cool. Oh, you just came back from there. That's cool, man. The other day it was funny. I went there with my dad and my daughter and my son. We went because my dad lives in Victorville, and we went to go visit him for Father's Day. And I go, you know what? Since I'm over here, I'm going to go to Tractor Supply Co., pick up some diamond sand, and just have it at the house. So if I wanted to add it to this tank or any other tank I have, I'll have it. And we go there, and they have like a big giant cage, and it had like baby turkeys in it. They look like little chicks.
I have pictures.
Yeah. Oh, you got a picture here? Pull up the baby turkey. Okay, give me a sec. I'm here with my daughter. She's chilling with me. Her and her kitten. We're going to show you a picture of the baby chick that we saw at Tractor Supply Co. Yeah, I'm a city boy. You just don't see that very often, man. It's adorable. I thought that was pretty chill. But yeah, in the beginning of the video, Jeff was here. I did a pH test. My pH is coming in at like 7.0 to 7.5. It's somewhere in there, like the 7.3 range. It's around that color. I feel very happy with that. They had ducks, chicks, some other food. Yeah, it was pretty funny. There was a sign like when you go to the restroom, and they have like a bulletin board. And on the bulletin board, it says, if you want a rooster, free rooster, if you come and catch it yourself. I told my son, I was like, hey, you want a rooster? You know where to go. Oh, the lights turned off. Yeah, I'd have to fiddle with my phone to get it turned back on. You know, here, let me see. I'll try and get it turned back on. If it cuts off the camera, that's what's going on. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Uh-oh. One moment, guys. Let's see. It's on 1 hour. Almost done. Let's see, camera. All right. Video.
Camera's blurry.
All right. Let's log back into this camera. One moment. One moment. Oh, now you gotta learn how to use a camera. Oh, we're back. Sorry about that. I learned how to use a camera today. Yeah, thanks, Gabe. Smash that like button, help me out. It helps a lot. Dude, it really helps. Like when you get a couple likes, it just pushes that stream through a little bit. You finish cleaning out the 255 barrels. I'll fill you up with some water tomorrow and test fish this weekend. Dang. Hey, you know what I found, Gabe? I don't know if I told you guys before. So I know you got your license, right? And you got your license to sell fish so you can breed them. Me and my friend, we go walking every day, right? I'm trying to, it's not really, I was training for a 5K. The 5K happened. And now after the 5K, I hurt my knee. So we changed from running to walking to stay busy. And right by my house, we found it because we went early in the morning. There's a breeder, and he's got these big giant tanks inside his building. It's like a big building. And my buddy went in there when I wasn't with them, but we had seen it before. And he asked me, he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, he sells in bulk to people that have a license to breed, but he only sells to people like you that have the business license. I thought that was pretty cool because it's literally like footsteps from my house. It was like, and I've never known, and that company's been there for like 20 years. Yan Industries, YAN. Yan Industries or Yan Enterprises. It's something like that. But my friend went inside. I haven't gone inside. It was closed when I went. I know, huh? I got to go make buddies with them, but they're never open. They always have the door closed. He told me it was an Asian people that live there or that work there. And I looked them up online. They don't have like a website or anything. So it would be cool to introduce myself. Like he told him all about me. He's like, "Oh yeah, my buddy's really into fish." And then that's when he told me, he goes, "Oh, I only sell to like stores," or I don't know what you know the word to use, but you got to have your license. I don't understand. How come you got to have your license? Is it a certain amount of fish if you sell them? Like, what's the difference between selling one fish and then when does it become illegal? When do you need your license? A wholesaler. That's what I needed. That was the word I was searching for. When does it become like that you have to have a license to sell fish? Like, if I sell you one, did I just break the law? If I have like if I try to sell you one of my African cichlids, am I breaking the law, or do I have to try to sell you like 10 before I break the law? Yeah, you don't know. I mean, either, you know. That'd be interesting to find out. I know there's a guy in Vegas, and he sells fish, and he has fish. He doesn't really like list them for sale on the internet. He just does it through his Instagram. But I think he doesn't have $600. That's probably like, I'm a plumber, and I know I work for a company, but I know if I do like my own jobs and I try to sell the work, I can't. I think it's like $600, $1,000 is the most I can charge. It used to be $500 for a handyman. You could charge $500. and then that goes with materials plus work. But I heard they upped it. I heard it went up to like 1,000. But I don't know, man. I don't do a lot of side work. I ain't got time for side work, man. Can you imagine working? I work like 50 hours a week. Come home, work on my fish. I got a wife and 2 kids. Can you imagine if I try to do side work on the side? That'd be wild. I'm good. I have a cat that we just kicked out of the house. Like it was too crazy. It was peeing everywhere. But it keeps coming inside. But it's so hard because it's so cute. It's sleeping right next to me on the couch. I don't know what to do about that, guys. Dude, I had a cat before, and it would always eye these fish. It wanted to jump up and eat the fish. That was too gnarly, too. But yeah, man, this tank's healthy. I'm feeling really good about it. I think I'm going to, let's see, I bet you have a lot of friends inviting you over for a party into a pile of plumbing items. Yup. It's for tax write-offs and death claims. Legally, you're exempt below 500. Okay. All right, that makes sense. That would make sense. Yeah, I know with plumbing, it's weird, bro. Like, I'm down. Like, if a friend ever says, like, "Hey, I need help," I'm down to help them out, you know. But people are kind of ridiculous. Like, you'll barely know them, and like people you meet on like Facebook, and they want you to basically do something for free. They'll hit you up and they'll be like, "Oh, you know, like my kitchen sink's clogged. Can you come help me out?" And it's like, yeah, but like then they'll hit you up again, and it's just like, this is weird. Like I'm not your personal plumber. Like we're not friends. Like I barely know you. 501 if you're fed, if you're effed. Yeah, nah, that's wild. I know with I know over here, like I've done it like a couple times doing side work, but I'm not a fan, man. I got too much shit to go on, and if I do something that's gonna be for people that I like I remember my uncle, his neighbor, they were like in their 80s, and they had a big leak underneath their house, and they wanted to charge him like $3,000. When you need something, when they say no, they complain about it. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Well, what happened? Like, okay, so with my uncle, his neighbors are like in their 80s. If they're not 80, they're like high 70s. And they had a leak and it flooded. They have a raised foundation. It flooded the entire underground of their house. And they wanted to hit them up for like $5,000. And I think the deductible through insurance was like 2,500 or something. Like their deductible was high. So they were like, "Oh man," my uncle hit me up and he was like, "Hey, they're my neighbors. You're good people. Can you help me out?" Like the part is like to fix the leak was like, I want to say it was like $15. So all I asked for when I went was like, "Hey, can you guys give me some beer and we'll have some drinks and we'll chill out with my uncle." And I went down there, I did the work. It was muddy, but you know, I wore like a Tyvek suit. I went and got like a Tyvek suit. I put on some swim shorts, put the Tyvek suit under there. Went under the whole fix took like 20 minutes, but it saved them like $3,000. Like whatever the guy was charging, it was super ridiculous because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna like turn off your water, we're gonna dry everything off, and then someone's gonna go under there." Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. They ended up tipping me. They gave me like $250 or $300. I told them they didn't have to. I was like, "Hey, dude, like I'm good with this beer." Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know how to charge for things. I don't know how you put a value because I would want to charge what I think it's worth. But then at the same time, like my time's worth a lot. And I'll never get what I want for my time. HVAC, I give people a shop number at least. I get my normal wage, right? No, okay. All right. Here's the truth. If it's like friends of the family and friends, I'll do that. I'll say, "Hey, you know, this is what I get paid normally." But to get out of the house and do something like that, man, just for example, my buddy hit me up this weekend and I was helping my buddy, so I consider it different. He gave me $700 to go do, it was like, I think total like 7 hours of work. How do I turn that down? Of course I'm going to do that. But that was him splitting his profit with me. because he got a job and he has a bad shoulder, so he had me do all the hard work. But I mean, like, it wasn't even hard work. It was changing toilets out. It was changing toilets and then snaking all the lines. And like, I guess he quoted the job to the people for like $2,500. So I made some money, man. It was a good way. But yeah, I don't like doing that all the time. Yeah, mold mitigation. I guess that's what they were trying to charge him for, but they didn't have mold. It was just wet underneath their place. They had all this stuff about how they wanted to dry it out. I told the lady, I was like, I'm not going to do any of that. I'll stop the leak. And that's what I ended up doing. So it worked out. But yeah, it was good times, man. I had fun with that. It was a good story. And then I believe in karma. Like, I'm not like a religious person, but I believe like when you put out good energy will come back to you. And the reverse. Yeah, right? It takes you away from the family. That's an honest truth, man. I used to do photography. Like I said before, I used to do photography. I went and did a lot of cool fights. We would go, but they would take you away. They would take you away on a Friday night. Every Friday night, Saturday night, I was booked. And it's like, man, I don't want to do that all the time. And then I was hooked up with this promoter, and I was doing videos for him. So like the training videos where the guys are hitting the pads and they're training. And I would make like promo videos, so they'd be hitting the pads and you hear their voiceover, like, I'm going to work really hard and blah, blah, blah. And I was making those kind of promo videos, and it was cool, but it was like, the money wasn't terrible. It was like $100 a video. It was 50 or 100. I think it was $100 a video, but it was just like, I don't know, it'd take you away from home. I don't want to do that anymore, man. I'd rather be at home with the family. It wasn't enough for the time I was missing from home. I'm already at work all the time, so it's like, nah. That's why I got into fish keeping, man. That's honest, 100%. All my fish keeping's here at home. The YouTube videos, my kids help me with them a lot of the time. My kids are involved. My daughter just waved. Like, you want to see my daughter? Look, guys. Look, that's the champ right there. I love that girl, man. But yeah, she takes care of my stuff. Oh yeah, you make it grand, eh? I approve of that message, brother. My friend said hello. She's on her video game now. She no longer cares about us. She's moved on. These kids in their Roblox. All right, guys, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna go ahead and hang out. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. I'll definitely be doing some more of these videos, man. I like the way it came out. I like the way everything looks. So I'll definitely be doing some lives. I've been like trying to make more content. I really like to, but I don't want to make just random content, you know? Like, I don't want to make random videos. I kind of want to just do them when I really am into the topic. But I am hoping to get monetized soon. That last video really took off. I know I got a lot of subscribers to go, but my watch hours really took off. I had a really good watch time with that last video I did. So I'm hoping to build off of that. Take care, everybody. Thanks, man. Take care, guys. Later, Gabriel. Later, Jeff.